It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikings and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down. Kirk Cousins of the Vikings, Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins.
And I think that each quarterback wants to play this game with a faster tempo. They want to get the plays in quickly, get in and out of the huddle quickly, take just a few seconds at the line of scrimmage and survey the defense, and then attack. And I think that we'll see both offenses try to do that in this one.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. They're complete. This is Albert Wilson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Working with a 2nd and 3. A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On third down, Cousins. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Pushes past him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Better drop something else, baby.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 17, Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw it. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we can come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Cook stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing is Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The return, here comes Chase Edmonds. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he stopped immediately there. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off down at the 2. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Here we go.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Again, it's Cousins. He's got Smith here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
8 yards to go on second down. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
That's how we do it, baby.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Joseph's got it. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Edmonds now to return.
Come on, baby, let's go.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Shut him down. Shut him down.
Ready, 50, green.
Jump upside. Double tight. Hey, we are.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Following the interception, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play fake, Cousins. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, here's Edmonds. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Second down and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All day, defense, all day, all day. 58, right over there, right over there.
On the ground, it's Edmonds. Fights off the defender. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
54, right there, 54.
Tua sets up to pass it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Can't stop us.
The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Tua under pressure, they got him again. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Cousins on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, and even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Handoff comes to Cook. Cook, a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Vikings. 35 yards for Dalvin Cook. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Edmonds now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Switch, yellow. Smith, red. Ready, go.
Now a give to Edmonds. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get them enough yardage for the first down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, baby.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Cook. And this is not going to do it, as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Again, it's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Running for it, here's Cook. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches, as a general rule, that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Set, ready. 33, yellow.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Ready, go.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tua going to throw. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Mike 54. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Right there. 54, right there.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now they're in the hurry-up. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Tua to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.